Hi, guys. My name is Jennifer, and this is my dog, Lexi. Thanks for joining us on our trip. Our first stop was to a lake in Sanford, Texas. It's called Meredith Lake, and it's actually a reservoir that the Sanford Dam creates on the Canadian River. It's a designated national recreation area, so it's popular for fishing and water sports and also camping. From what I can tell, there are 10 RV sites with water and electric that can be reserved ahead of time, but all other camping in the park is free on a first come, first served basis. This was a beautiful spot for us to park overnight on our first night out, but there were people here that were making lots of noise with their music until about 11:30 at night, and then unfortunately they came back around 1 a.m. and they were firing their guns out over the lake. So we stayed anyway though, and persevered. And Lexi actually got to do some hunting in the morning, which was a beautiful morning with fishermen out there. And she was hunting what I thought were groundhogs, but end up being, I think, prairie dogs.
Just left with disappointment, like that look in your eye. Just hunting for time. Just hunting for time. Willing to sell my soul. It don't ease my mind. There's never, ever enough time.
I totally forgot to video our second night stay at the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge in New Mexico. According to Wikipedia, it's a steel deck arch bridge spanning the Rio Grande Gorge northwest of Taos, New Mexico. It was constructed between 1963 and 1965, and it's approximately 600 feet above the Rio Grande, running about 1,300 feet long. When I first decided to come to the Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve, I was mainly doing it just so that I could say that I had been there and seen it. But I'm really glad that I added this stop to our trip because it was such a spectacular and amazing experience. The Great Sand Dunes was originally a national monument established in 1932, and it only received its National Park and Preserve designation in 2004, becoming the very first preserve designation in the lower 48 states. West Virginia's New River Gorge is the second national preserve in the lower 48, and it only received its designation in 2020. The others are in Alaska. Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve hosts the tallest sand dune in North America. It's called Star Dune, and it sits at about 750 feet high. The park itself is just shy of 150,000 acres, and it has approximately 5 billion cubic meters of sand in a 30 square mile radius. Lexi and I had a great time sitting at the top of our little mountain that we chose to climb. It was just a fantastic experience sitting there with the 360-degree views. You can see all the people here heading either out or back in from the dunes, and they look so far away, and they really were. It was such an expansive area. I wouldn't have minded sitting out there for a few hours to just observe people. But when Lexi started getting concerned about the bug that she thought was attacking her, we decided to head back down and go hunting for some grasshoppers. got Lexi eating a toy of hers. She was whining because the ground is so rocky at this campsite. So I got her bed out of the car so she would have something soft to lay on. And I think that this just cut out while I was recording a second ago. You got a fire pit, it's really nice. I've got the solar is about ready to have to come in. But wow, look at that view. And now this is right outside the back of my camper. So my bed and tailgate and all that just looks right out onto the sand dunes. It's amazing. There aren't too many spots that are level in this campground. This is called the Oasis Campground outside National, what is it, Great Sand Dunes National Preserve. And it just comes all the way around. There's a bunch of different sites, but this one was pretty decent. And yeah, look at that view. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So Lexi and I have taken a hike up to Falls Creek Falls, something like that. I'll have to look at the name again.
Didn't record the way up because nobody wants to see me huffing and puffing like that. But wow, what a spectacular place this is. Surrounded by all the pine trees and the foliage. I'm gonna turn the camera around and video a little bit of the falls, and I'll attach some pictures of Lexi and I. There's other people around, so I don't want to take up too much of the time. Okay. Okay, you can see some of the falls. I think. Through this tree. Oh, there they are. Wow. Sorry, Lexi's pulling me. There you can see them through the tree. You can see this path is just amazing. And it was like this the whole way up. Just stunning. The creek runs down there.
This is Pagosa Springs. It's a town in Archuleta County, Colorado, with an elevation of 7,126 feet. It's surrounded by national forest and wilderness area and has an unusually mild climate. This town receives, on average, about 300 sunny days a year. There are different places to soak in the natural hot springs, which give the town its name. These springs include the Mother Spring, which is the deepest geothermal hot spring in the world, with temperatures at about 144 degrees Fahrenheit or 62 degrees Celsius. There are some discrepancies as to the true meaning of the name from the Ute people, which is Pa and then Gosa. Some translate it as healing waters, and some say it means water with bad smell. There was a great vibe throughout this entire area. There were a lot of walking paths along the San Juan River with parks, nice green areas. There were people having picnics and playing in the park, reading books. It was great.
Do one-handed. There we go. Look at Lexi. She thinks it's for her. No, it's not for you. Silly girl. Lexi and I are on a walkabout, following the water. Must admit, it's a little bit spooky being out here by ourselves. But we'll see where it takes us. Come on, pup. Alright. Looks like it keeps going into the spooky woods. I don't think we're going to go down there. Oh, maybe just a little bit. Oh, I hear a bigger river. Somewhere to our left. See if Lexi can find us a way to it. Creepy. Lexi, not right there. You can get stuck. Lexi, come on, go straight. Hey, too many smells with a pup. Oh, I'm getting stuck in brambles. Lexi, come. Oh, look what we found. We found the actual river. Oh, that's nice. I see it going down there. Got some little rapids. You can see them through the trees. Oh, that's really pretty. I don't have a mic on, so audio might not be good. I think we'll find our way back out of the creepy woods by ourselves. And Lexi's after smells. And maybe we'll go find the rest of this river. This is the fall at the top of that water drainage that Lexi and I found earlier on our hike. It comes down from here and goes down through that culvert. And that's where we saw it on the other side down below. You can't go too far. Good girl. You don't want to see it fall? And this is the top. Whew. It was so steep. Coming up here. Look at Lexi, standing on a waterfall. Alright, so Lexi and I drove a little ways, and we didn't make it far. This is off that same road that we were on. And we pulled in here just looking around, and I finally had service here, so I was able to look at my overlander, and I was looking for a place to stay for the night closer to maybe the Four Corners or on our way to Moab. And you know, the pictures of the place I was looking at were, you know, out in the open with just kind of scrubby bushes and stuff, and I didn't really want that. So we were right next to this place. It's right on the road, but it has this really nice open spot. Lexi can have 20 feet of freedom, and it's right next to that elusive river. So I am going to get my shower, my solar shower, and come and scoop up some of this water and maybe take a shower tonight. But this is just a gorgeous place, and the sun is hitting it. Look at all these yellow leaves. Oh, and these huge trees all around. So even though we were due to head out, I think we might stay here a couple of nights, because this is just lovely. Just spectacular. And Lexi, like I said, has a lot more room to wander, because her little stake was able to be put in the middle of this clearing. Lexi is snoozing. She didn't want to sleep outside. Oh, sorry, pup. She wants to come inside with me, and she smells from being in the water, dirt. I've been just laying here enjoying our view, and you probably don't ever want to come camping with me, because this will be your lunch. It is a yummy, delicious chip sandwich. Because that's the kind of stuff I eat when I'm alone, because, you know, my kids complain about it, so, for the most part. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy this now. And try not to make a huge mess. Usually I would have mustard or mayonnaise on it, but I don't have any of that stuff here, so this will have to do.
If you've made it this far in the video, then thank you so much for joining us. I know the sound quality and video stability need some work in the future. Please spread that YouTube love and subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so that more people can see our content and so that you can join us as we leave Colorado and head into the otherworldly state of Utah. We hope to see you there.